Hey guys, this is Brett from Rarity back again with another deck profile for you. Don't judge me, it's almost Rarity, but I can't find some things. But if you can, let me know. So this is a Lurantis Bulu deck. My little take on it. So I have Fomantis at 4, 2 of the baby Lurantis, 3 of the big Lurantis, or what I know that is, the promo and the Lurantis GX. 2 Tapu Lele, 3 Tapu Bulu to round out the Pokemon line. Then for my items, I have 2 Field Blower, 3 Floatstone, 2 Fighting Fury Bolt, 1 Revitalizer. Oh, sorry, that's a Rescue Stretcher. This is a Revitalizer. 4 Max Elixir. Apparently 3 Verseeker, even though it's supposed to be 4. And 4 Ultra Ball. So that's supposed to be 4 Verseeker. Give me one moment. Oh no, I forgot some. There we go. 4 Verseeker. And then I have 4 Sycamore, 3 N, 2 Lysander, 1 Pokemon Fan Club. So I like Pokemon Fan Club over Bridget, just because I can grab, if I need it, like a Tapu Lele and a Fomantis. I know that like Bridget gets like all 3 Fomantis to the bench, which is really, really nice. I just happen to prefer the Fan Club over that. Just like I prefer Fighting Fury Bolt over the Choice Band. A lot of people are only running 1 Field Blower, so like it allows me to still have that and kind of buff up Bulu, because even the Bulu has nice HP, it's 180. A lot of things can't for 180. So really, when you're looking at it, at least when I was looking at it, me and my friend were play testing, and he was playing Fighting Fury Bolt, and I was playing Choice Band, and so then I just had some issues getting over the Bulu when I didn't have that Field Blower. 1 Pokemon Cinderlady, 1 Kukui, 1 Skyla, 1 Olympia, 1 Hexmaniac, and 10 Energy. Only 3 of which are gold. So if you have any gold grass energy, or know where to find some, let me know. Because I'm hunting for them. I need 7. So here's my deck, here's how I play it. I do like the Max Elixir. The Max Elixir can be a little rough sometimes, especially late game. But that's a good thing about it. You don't necessarily have to have it. The deck still does really well. I've been thinking about maybe possibly adding a Steven over Max Elixirs. But like with the new, like a lot of this is going to change, obviously, since I'm losing Hex and Lysander and Verseeker in the new format. So then my Sport account is definitely going to go way up. Not necessarily sure what is going to go up, but I'm definitely going to. I'm taking a look at that this weekend, trying to find out really kind of what goes better in those slots. Obviously for the Lysander, we're going to put the Guzma. Possibly for Verseeker, maybe even Pokemon Catcher, or other things like that. Maybe the Stevens, maybe just upping lines of things. So like I would run like the 4 Guzma, and 4 N and 4 Sycamore, just to kind of try to speed it up that way. Obviously in the new format, without Verseeker, you're really probably going to play 4 Lele. And so then 2 of these become a Lele, and then 2 of these become like an N and a Guzma, and then these become Guzmas. Things like that. Or maybe it goes back to the 4-4-4 line of Sycamore, N, and Skyla, where you just end up running a lot of of those supporters just to kind of speed things up. I know probably a lot of people out there don't necessarily might not play the Max Elixir. Max Elixir obviously is an item in this deck. Doesn't I don't think this deck doesn't have a bad matchup against Garb. It really doesn't. Because I mean you're not playing a lot of items, like you don't really need to. The Lurantis kind of get things for you and get like your energy to the bench once you've discarded it. And you can play a little bit of a slower game. And this deck really does well with a slower game. Because you have a lot of like, here's one attack for a single energy, here's another attack for a single energy. Even Tapu Bulu with energy drive for 2. I mean, is it bad? Especially because like if you're going against like Grandpa Garb, there's not any social energy to detach. So it doesn't become that kind of game. I like playing this against Garm. I like playing this against Ninetales as well. I think it's got a really, really good matchup. And I'm talking about like pure Ninetales. Even Ninetales Decidueye, which sadly we lose in the next format with losing Forest. We lose its speed. So then this becomes better against that deck. I think this deck is a really big contender for the next format, for sure. It's a little speedy. It's slow. It has the ability to go very, very slow if you want it to, but it is a little speedy. So that like one of the things to speed it up in the new format is maybe run the Stevens, because you don't necessarily need all of the draw support. Maybe you cut some float stones. If you're running like 4 Guzma, for example, you can run float stones instead, or you can run that instead of float stones, because it allows you to Lysander on something else, and then switch for free. So you don't have to keep going Bulu, where it is. It allows you to just keep that cycle going really quickly, which I personally like, and so I'm kind of really excited about that new format, especially the new set coming out. I will be going to a pre-release next week, so I'm hoping to get all of the full art Guzmas. And if they print Cold Water Energy, all of those, because I love me some water. So that's my deck profile. Hope you liked it. Hope you liked a little bit of talking about how it plays. Thank you for watching, and may your life be as max rarity as most of my decks.